Important story stemming from, of course, Muskrat Falls. Okay, so there's lots of controversy, lots of issues yet to be discussed, debated. There's lots of questions posed, still demanding answers. There are lots of concerns surrounding Muskrat Falls. And one of the ones for many people, or whoever, some people, is whether or not that bloody North Spur can be stabilized so that the whole dam doesn't wash downstream and kill people down there. And, of course, ruin the dam and our investment. Okay. Now, of course, says they have a plan in place. They've understood the North Spur, they say, since the 60s. They say they can indeed stabilize it. They have a geotechnical work and outside engineers that have helped to devise a plan that makes it part of a meaningful approach to develop the Lower Churchill River. There are people who, of course, some of them absolutely have done yeoman's work for the province by bringing up the serious concerns and identifying risks on the Churchill River, and they've written about it, they spoke about it very forcefully, and there's nothing wrong with it. One of the issues, of course, is the spur. So, in particular, Cabot Martin, Con O'Brien, are the two most notable spur advocates, and the people bringing up the issue constantly. Nothing wrong with it, once again. Mr. Martin wrote a book called Muskrat Madness about the particular issue. I think he probably circulated to professionals in the field. He's spoken to conferences about this particular issue of quick clay, that is the North Spur. He received an email which was posted many times on Twitter and on Facebook from a senior engineer or former engineer, a man now in his 80s, but has an absolutely sparkling resume, projects he's worked on, people he's worked for, reports he has written. No one can condemn and or question the man's credentials. He says the North Spur is not just a risk. It's not just about how you can do it. It's not about the cost associated with it. It's not about whether or not the plan in place by Nalcor will actually stabilize the spur sufficiently. He says 100% it's impossible. So there's a long way between some of the concerns we've heard. How much? Where's the plan? Where's the landslide assessment? Who has done the geotechnical work? Who has reviewed it? There's a long way between that and it's impossible. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Considering, once again, with all due respect to those of you who have brought it up and have made an issue of the North Spur, well-intentioned as it is, I don't know much about geotechnical work, just like some people who talk about the spur all the time don't know much about geotechnical work. So what I'm going to do, I am going to send the exact copy of what I received from Khan, who's a great friend of mine. We argue all the time, like brothers and cats and dogs, but we're great friends. I'm going to send that along to Nalcor and get a point-by-point position from them. That's the best I can do. I don't know what Mr. Gordon, this engineer in question, what he really is getting at here. He says it's impossible. Okay, fine. Same as Bernander, another engineer that they point to all the time. Let's see what I can find. That's the best I can do for you. Okay, fine. If you want to yell at me, sure, fill your boots. But you're paying for my tab down the yellow belly when we have this argument. Okay, fine. Moving on. Speaking of that, the boys have finished drilling Nalcor, and the company's contracted to take on the work. They have finished the drilling across the Strait of Belle Isle, some 35 kilometers where the subsea cable will be laid. I say it's going to be complete by 2016. This is once again tricky work. But also then we have people tell us, well, boy, you can't even do that. Fishing, icebergs, the scour. Of course you can do that.